This November, the stands here won't be filled, but they'll still be shaking. Don't miss the Breeders' Cup World Championships. The whole world will be watching racing's ultimate international event, November 6th and 7th, only on NBC Sports.
Welcome to the Breeders' Cup News Minute. I'm Ray Paulick. 201 horses were pre-entered in 14 Breeders' Cup World Championship races to be run at Keeneland in Lexington, Kentucky on November 6th and 7th. That's the second highest number of pre-entered horses, behind the 221 pre-entered in 2018, since the Breeders' Cup went to a two-day format in 2007. 38 of those horses are coming from overseas, the second highest number ever, behind the 41 from overseas in 2018. Great news for horse players. 9 of the 14 races could have full fields. That's 14 starters. The Dirt Mile being the only race that limits field size to 12 this year because of the short run to the first turn at Keeneland. It's disadvantageous to the horses on the far outside. The Juvenile Turf Sprint, the newest of the Breeders' Cup races, is also the most popular, drawing 24 entries. The Juvenile Fillies on dirt drew the fewest, just 8. For some reason, the Juvenile Fillies has not had a full field of 14 since 2011. The field for the $6 million Classic is shaping up as one of the best ever and could include the 3 Triple Crown race winners from 2020, Belmont winner Tiz the Law, Kentucky Derby winner Authentic, and Preakness winner Swiss Skydiver, who was also pre-entered in the distaff with preference for that race. Trainer Kenny McPeak said because Swiss Skydiver won Win and You're In Breeders' Cup Challenge Series races for the Classic and distaff, giving them both fees paid entry to both races, they would take advantage of that, assess the fields, the pace scenario, and make a decision later. The Classic also attracted last year's 3-year-old champion, Maximum Security, who finished first in the Kentucky Derby, but was disqualified for interference. There were a number of horses pre-entered in more than one race, and final decisions will have to be made on Monday when entries are taken and post positions are drawn. The long-range forecast, and this is long-range for Breeders' Cup week, looks good. A relatively dry week with warming temperatures that could approach 70 degrees on Saturday, November 7th. The Breeders' Cup races begin on Friday, November 6th with the Juvenile Turf Sprint, going as race 6 at 2:20 p.m. Eastern. First post for undercard races on Friday is 11:30 a.m. Eastern. On Saturday, first post is at 10:15 a.m. Eastern, with the first Breeders' Cup race, the Filly and Mare Sprint, starting at 12:02 p.m. Friday's card ends with a Juvenile at 5:10 p.m., and Saturday's Classic is scheduled for 5:13 p.m. Of course, the pandemic has limited attendance to essential personnel and the connections of participating horses, but you can keep up with all the action at NBC Sports, including some great streaming features that we'll tell you about later this week. For more information on pre-entries, on the races, and much, much more, go to breederscup.com. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.